Along Lebuh Cintra in Georgetown, Penang, there's a small economy beehoon stall run by an elderly couple who have been cooking here for more than 40 years. There's no signboard and no branding, just a cart, a canopy, and a routine that has quietly repeated itself every morning for decades. They sell economy beehoon the old way, and what makes this stall unusual is the range. While most economy beehoon stalls now offer only a handful of side dishes, this one still lays out more than 10 cooked items plus dessert. That's becoming increasingly rare. Economy beehoon is simple, practical food. A base of stir-fried rice vermicelli paired with whatever dishes you choose. Fried egg, vegetables, tofu, chicken, or braised items. You point, they scoop, and you pay only for what ends up on your plate. It's affordable, filling, and deeply woven into everyday life in both Malaysia and Singapore, especially as breakfast. The stall sits right on the edge of the street, anchored by a wooden pushcart. A blue-grey awning shades the cooks, with gas burners humming underneath. Cars pass just inches away, against old walls marked by faded graffiti. Here, the city doesn't step aside for the food. The food simply fits into the city. Behind the cart, the dining area opens into a narrow backspace that feels borrowed rather than built. Plastic stools and folding tables sit on uneven concrete, surrounded by weathered walls, exposed pipes, and air conditioning units humming overhead. It isn't designed for comfort in the modern sense, but it feels familiar, like a space that has learned to make do with whatever is available. The auntie and uncle are friendly and chatty, and ordering feels relaxed, almost familiar. Many out-of-towners say this is one of the first places they return to whenever they are back in Penang, and it's easy to understand why. You're treated less like a customer and more like someone who belongs here.
要多少钱？
Okay. The beehoon itself is stir-fried with light and dark soy sauce, oyster sauce, and white pepper, giving it a savory, gently earthy flavor with a subtle, dark sheen. I arrived late in the morning, so the noodles had softened more than I would have liked, slightly mushy and a little greasy, but still comforting in that familiar canteen-style way. The fried wontons are crisp and light, their wrappers shattering easily to reveal a small center of minced pork with a gentle hint of sesame oil. The braised eggplant is soft and glossy, absorbing a sweet savory sauce of soy, garlic, and sugar, and melting easily in the mouth. The fried chicken chunks deliver the strongest umami hit, rough and crisp on the outside while remaining moist inside, with a quiet note of ginger from the marinade. The fried egg is done just right, with lacy, crispy edges and a yolk that stays slightly runny, coating the noodles with extra richness once broken. After the meal, dessert comes naturally in the form of sweet potato ginger tong sui. The broth is light and clear, gently sweetened, likely with rock sugar, while the ginger adds warmth that cuts through the oiliness of the meal. Sago pearls cling softly to the spoon, adding a slippery, slightly chewy texture, while the sweet potato is tender and earthy, though a little fibrous this time, probably from older stock, making it just shy of perfect. Most items here range from 70 cents to 5 ringgit, and my plate of beehoon with multiple side dishes, plus a bowl of tong sui, came to 10 ringgit. For the quantity, variety, and care involved, that's very good value. This is the kind of place you come to when you want to slow down, or when you simply need a grounding breakfast. Locals often describe the food here as home style, and that feels accurate. It doesn't chase trends or perform nostalgia. It simply continues quietly feeding people the way it always has. And sometimes that's exactly what we're looking for.
Bye bye.